And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Monday to you. Yeah, I kind of see one thing missing is the opening video. Gonna take a break from that for a while. Had a couple comments on YouTube going, you need to change it. So, for the time being, we're just gonna stop and go straight into the show if we can. Uh, Hope you guys had a good weekend. Mine, yeah, it was relaxing. Got a couple more sections of video put together, so I think I've got half the GoPros put together on video. So once we get a couple more recorders out of the way, we're gonna jump into the first one. Like I said, execution viewing. We can watch execution viewing, but the part where I went into the chamber will be done last. Again, I'm kind of ruining it for you guys. Well, I'm not ruining it. I'm making you guys kind of just wait and suffer. So, yeah, we're good on that. Left off Friday. Section, we're start. I don't remember where we left off on section 2. So I think we're just going to start it over and go from there. I think we're just getting ready to start it. We were looking to where we were going to be. So, that being said, guys, let's go and get on into some audio tonight. That's still kind of low. Let's get some more. Excuse me, amplification, and hope it doesn't get to that much of that digital warble. Excuse me, damn hiccups. I don't know why that happened. Adobe. Motorcycles, nothing special. Do need to kind of get my beer open. Yes, and here in a couple minutes, I will be having my shot. Needed after today. It has been rough, and it's just Monday. Holy crap. But, fun day at work. It's always fun. Today was just a workout. Got to move around more feeder cable. That's me. First part might not be. It sounds like me. I can almost assure you it is. But anything's possible because I am a little ways away. I'm through a couple walls, so. All right. Yeah, it's me. We're starting off right. Oh well. Yeah, starting off right. I just missed my fucking mouth. What's wrong with me tonight, guys? What isn't wrong with me? Can we do it this way? Just in case. We can try it. It's going to take a few seconds. We can always undo it. So I don't have to keep doing noise reduction every single time. We think we hear something. While this is doing this, I was talking to our lady in the front of the office today, and she's like, "So how was that investigation?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got a minute?" She's like, "That bad?" I'm like, "It was good, but you see what happened was." Started telling her about the execution chamber, and she's like, "You did what?" They put me in the leg irons and the handcuffs, and yeah, closed me in the execution chamber. She's like, "Why would they do that?" Well, I kind of asked him to. She's like, "You're crazy." It's like, "Yeah, I know I'm crazy." I told her, it took me 16 days to get energy back, and still mentally I'm not 100%. She's like, she goes, "I get it." She's like, why'd you lose energy for so many days? It's like, I asked them to show me what they felt. Then I explained to her my theory. They showed me physically what they felt. Like, we've talked about this. What they felt walking in there, they're just defeated in life. That's what I felt like for a little over 2 weeks. She's like, "Oh, that makes sense." It's like, "But you're okay." It's like, I'm trying. So, what's up, Moosey? Go ahead and get it out of the way. Cheers. Salud. Solange. Deboja. Still kind of celebrating after last night. I'm going to have a shot for that, though. We'll get to it later. 6-0, 6-0, 6-0. That was that was a good game. Lions, Lions are dangerous. Uh, did they get lucky? I don't know. But they played. I feel like I'll go ahead and say this, pause the audio real quick. You know, prayers for a speedy recovery going out to Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers. Torn ACL and torn MCL. Ye- and we lost another Chiefs player from a hammy. So, yeah, a lot of players injured this week. Deshaun Watson, torn Achilles. God, it's a bad week for football. spirit box. But Browns fans, I've never seen a fan base. Yeah, Hutchinson snapped his leg. Terrible, man. He's out for the season. Man, rookie guy was amazing. But the quality of fans from the Browns right now attacking Deshaun Watson because he tore or ruined his hamstring. Dude, he got injured. His career's over. That injury is career ending. And to see them attack him just because he wasn't performing, that's classless. You don't want to see somebody get an career-ending injury. You know, I expect a lot more out of fans for that. You know, I've seen people cheer when Tony Romo got injured, broken his collarbone. When Dak shattered his leg, you know, it's like you see how disgusting fans get. It's like, man, this is a man here. You know, it's... How you could wish injury on somebody. Like I said, I'll never wish injury on anybody, but if somebody fell on one of these paranormal shows, I'd probably laugh. If you know who got possessed, I might get a good chuckle out of it because it was deserved, but you don't want to see anything to end the series. You just kind of want to let it run its natural course. But, and I say that in this tone, but look what happened to me after the prison this year. I got fucked up. Yeah, now it's funny as shit. But for 2 weeks, it was not funny. I don't know.
Play with us forever and ever and ever.
And Chief with the rate of 25.
Thank you.
Wow, man, thank you. Good evening, Chief. Good evening, Lord. And everybody else, welcome.
We are the ones who dwell within.
Zacula, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to Incarnate Paranormal. We're currently continue analyzing Nevada State Prison investigation number 5.
We are the ones who dwell within.
Lord, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Guys, last week Thursday and Friday, we actually got like 8 EVPs. As soon as the raid happened, we were working on getting our first EVP for the night. We're only about 12 minutes into the show, so yeah. Let's see if we can get this one nailed down. Now, here's where it comes weird. This is where pareidolia plays a massive, massive part of paranormal. And I hate it. You hear the motorcycle in the background. Inside the prison, concrete and steel. Pure concrete and steel. So you're getting echo. You're getting echo bouncing all over the place. Ricochet of the echoes. Everything's just bouncing all over the place. And it's right during a gear shift. So it actually sounds like Help Me. Go into that rev as you're shifting, and you get that rise in the motor, and you get what sounds like an EVP. Sounds like Help Me. Unfortunately, it is not. Debunked. Unfortunately, night 2, somebody was using a spirit box. One of the only other people there. So what we got to do now because we had a raid, got to do a shot. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for the follow. Thank you for joining in. And just so you know, yes, it's actually Jameson Orange. All right, we got more echo here. I'm fairly sure this is not an EVP as well. We have to clean it up just to be safe. You know, and when I went this year, 2 nights, there was no more than 5 people at the prison in any given time. So, more activity. I'm not going to even tell you what I think this says because it's ridiculous. This is not an EVP, but it sounds like it's saying I like beans. So what we can do is just for fun, clean up that bottom section and go back. Again, not evidence. So again, second night was myself, Chris and Susan, which are 2 docents, and 2 other team members from a different team. So you're going to hear them from time to time throughout the next probably 3 hours of audio on each recorder. But again, if you're thinking about becoming a paranormal investigator, don't use your cell phone, please. Don't use the apps. They don't work. It's Chris, then myself. Nope, don't work. 100% Moose. Yeah, I've talked about this a few times on the show before. I'll go through it real quick, get back to the audio. I tell people if you really want to find out if these apps are legit and they're working, when you renew your contract for your cell phone, Verizon, T-Mobile, I don't know if AT&T does it. Some of these places will give you a free tablet. You just have to keep it. You have to keep it on your plan for a year. Then you can cancel it. What you do? Get it for the year. Download the apps onto it. After that year, cancel service on it. There's no signal. Once you go to a location, most of these locations do not have Wi-Fi. Use the apps in these locations with no service to the device. That'll tell you right then and there. The only downside is, got to keep airplane mode off. Make sure you don't turn Bluetooth on to connect to your phone or any device around you because it can connect. Yeah, it's debatable. For entertainment purposes, which is a racket. And Deds remembers, I went through a app on here. I brought up the permission screen. And it said for entertainment only. Oh, and there are no actual words, just syllables and broken parts of English. So it has basic, let me see if I can remember that term. Basic phonetics. Do, da, ooh, ah, ra, certain just broken phonetics. So it'll never truly put together a word. How you doing, Dads? And they promptly deleted it. They both did. Now they use different apps, which I know nothing about. Amazed. Wow. Wait, you played that for your mom? Wow. Yeah, for those that don't come in here very often, and from Chiefs Raid, we had an EVP last Thursday or Friday. Our viewer Dead's here. His father passed away here uh, early September, and during the investigation, this would have been Dead's third year investigating the prison. I told the spirits that he was. It was September 13th because it was Friday the 13th. So yeah, your dad passed away in August. I investigated Friday, September the 13th. And I told the spirits there that Deds wasn't able to make it because of his job and a death in the family. And I explained it, and we got, and I'm sorry, from an EVP, from Carol Edward Cole. I've never, in 16 years, heard an EVP like that. That intelligent. His father passed away. Do you have any words for him? I'm sorry. It's like, I almost had to stop the show. It hit me that hard. We've got some amazing evidence right here on this show that has been emotional, It's been angry, it's been mad, it's been sad, it's been attacking, but never something so personal. It shows intelligence and it shows compassion, which, in my eyes, shows 100% of consciousness after death. This is what we try to prove in the paranormal, or guys like me that have been in it for the right reasons. We want to get the stories, get the history, and see what happened. Is there life after death? Is there consciousness? Do our spirits remain? And I have theories on that. Knowing that Carol Edward Cole will not leave the execution chamber. He's afraid to. It shows consciousness and compassion. I never thought I'd see that in the paranormal at the same time. It's usually residual and some intelligence here and there. Not this one. And just, since we're here, I'm going to play it for you guys. Yeah, here it is. All right. I'm so sorry. So this is something we hope for as investigators. And we got it. Yeah, Susan and Chris couldn't believe it. Then the EVP from Daryl Mack was freaking classic. Sup, homie? It's like, what? Yeah, his. Hold on. I think that's Echo. I think that's Echo. Wrong one. Okay. Let's get this bumped back up now that it's clean. All right, that should do it. I think that's Echo. Who was she? Might not be Echo. Okay, I think we can clean this up. I might be wrong about the Echo part, which, oh shit, wrong. Too much, too much. Okay. That takes out that. Right on the bottom side, that should be that digital warble that we all hate. Okay, this does make sense now. We heard the other female investigator in the background. I forget her name. It's I think it's Abby something. Uh, she came up with her husband. They want to know if there was any open spots. I'm like, please come. Everybody is canceled. Literally, like I said, family emergencies aside, my entire team canceled. Two other teams canceled on me for Friday the 13th, which everybody wants to ghost hunt on two dates, Friday the 13th and Halloween. Now that I've done both, but that being aside, and she's like, can we come up? It's like, please, at least get a couple more butts in the door. You know, they came up, they showed up like an hour late, investigated for an hour and a half, went to dinner, came back 2 hours later, investigated for another hour and a half to 2 hours, and left. But that, like I said, I had the prison to myself for pretty much 2 nights. Guys, if you are interested in the paranormal, I'm going to put this out here. Please let me know when I schedule the investigation at Nevada State Prison for next year. And this is serious ghost hunting, not sightseeing, not vacation. If you're interested in it, let me know. I can secure the spots. You'll have to pay through PayPal to Susan, to Nevada State Prison Paranormal. It's non-refundable. If you decide to cancel, it becomes a donation. It secures your spot. And you can ask Deads here, Deadnuts007. He's investigated the prison twice. This is not for the timid. It's not for the easily scared. If you want to investigate one of the most haunted locations you'll ever see, Nevada State Prison's it. You have access to pretty much everything on the bottom of the hill. Top of the hill, unfortunately, can't do anymore, which is fine. You're not going to need it. You will have the time of your life. So back to it. We got sidetracked. So yeah, who was she? All right, let's get that saved. All right. And that is one for the meter. That is officially EVP number 3000 for the show, not the investigation. For the investigation, we are sitting at EVP number 29. And I'm Casey Kasem. No, I'm kidding. Nope. And this is what? I forget what show it is. It's like 662 or it's like 659, 660, 61, somewhere in there. So 3,000 EVPs in 660 shows. That's a big number. This is, yeah, big. I thought we'd reach this on the previous investigation in Nevada State Prison. We didn't get it. We didn't get very many EVPs at all, but we're good. Corgi. What's up, brother? How you been? That's Susan. No, that's Abby. Night 2, Susan didn't show. She wasn't feeling good. Actually, I take that back. Did she show up on night 2? I don't remember. You officially old. You turned 50. Well, happy belated birthday. Cheers. Everybody wish Corgi a happy birthday, please. He is one of the OGs of the channel. He's been here since the very beginning. And he goes back to, well, happy birthday for today then. Wow. Yeah, Corgi, Deads, and I and a couple other viewers go way back. I shouldn't be doing this. I should not be doing this on the show this early. We're 40 minutes in, and this makes number 3. But, Corgi, this is for you, buddy. Happy birthday to you, man. Here's to many more. Here is to many, many more. Ooh. Well, Deads, make sure and tell her that I said happy birthday. Unless she's there with you watching right now, then happy birthday. Do me a favor. For your birthday, kick the shit out of him for me. Slap him really good. Beat him up. It's like Ike and Tina in reverse. I could be like, hit me again, Tina, and put some stank on it. Yeah, that's Abby. Nope, that's just me talking to them. You know, it's amazing how distinct some people's voices are from a long way away. New front brakes, 4 new tires, and a new catback exhaust for the Mustang. $1,000 you didn't have. Well, since you are turning 50, you might have been saving up for a new hip rather than new brakes. Just saying. Sorry for anybody out there that's over 50. It's only directed to Corgi, not to any of you. We're pretty flat through most of this. Why not? I already have a valve replacement this year. And you're not talking about the valves on the car either. You're talking about the ticker. You bought yourself 2 new boomsticks. I don't even think I have that sound clip anymore. No, I don't. But I do have this one of Dead's at the prison last year.
Pull on my finger, would you?
Pull my finger. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have my knees replaced soon. They're getting bad. Thought you heard a voice? All right, let's go back. Oh, Dead, you don't remember? Remember I stepped on one of those freaking spiky things out in the yard and it kept clicking on the floor? And I put my foot up before I could yank it out of my shoe. You reached down and grabbed it out and it stuck to your finger. Those little freaking spiky little freaking things, whatever they're called. And it stuck to your finger like, pull my finger. It was like, yep. There we go. Yeah, I've got, when I investigate, I've got really soft, I've got the Under Armour shoes on. Yeah, I had it on video. I started wearing Under Armour shoes. They're great for long walks. Got that freaking shit stuck to my shoe, flipped it up as I kept getting that click, 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 click walking. Whatever. Graham was right. This getting old shit is not for sissies. Yeah. 48, I get up every morning until life it hits like a bitch. It's like, you ain't giving me your best shot yet. Let's see what you got. Have you been to the Navy base in New Orleans? I have not, Zacula. Uh, I'll be honest, I haven't really traveled much off the West Coast to investigate. Like I said, I've been in the field 16 years. I've been on over 1,000 investigations. The furthest I've traveled is Miracle Valley, Arizona, which is like a 9-hour drive from Vegas. I want to start branching out further back east. I want to do Waverly Hills, of course. St. Augustine Lighthouse. I want to do the Marie Laveau's grave in New Orleans. Laveau's grave is like right up there near like the top. I'll put her in the top 10. Nolens, I'll just try to say it right. Nolens has always been on my list. Go back all the way to the like French Revolution. You know, going way back. You know, it's predates the United States pretty much. I'd love to do it. Deads 100%. Corgi, St. Augustine, $5,000. You guys are getting this. $5,000 for St. Augustine Lighthouse. No. And there's a reason for it. I've talked about this on the show once before. It's a lighthouse. It's controlled by the state, the Historical Society. There is only one reason they want $5,000 for the night. Because Zach Bagans was there. That's it. I have a friend who knows the people who takes care of it. Even though she knows people. I ain't paying it. I'll stand outside. You ain't getting me to pay that kind of money, guys. And like I said, this is why the paranormal field is so fucked right now. This is where Brent is honest. It's not the Jameson talking. Because these TV shows go into these locations, they can say celebrities have been there and charge a premium to serious investigators like me. I want to know the history. I want to get to know the spirits. I want them to trust me. The spirits and the people running it. I've got 10 viewers right now. I don't have 25,000. I don't have 100,000 like these TV shows do. Honestly, I don't want that. I want a close-knit group of individuals who come together who want to learn about the paranormal and learn about the real side of it and see what we do. This is why I've turned down TV shows. I won't fake it. Either I find evidence or I don't. We try different methods the following year or the following investigation. It's sad to see what the paranormal has become. Teams fighting in the community. They won't help each other. And if, hey, I call you to get me into a location, you get me in because it's the thing to do. 6 months later, you want to come out to my location? Fuck you. I ain't doing a thing. Well, I helped you. It's going to cost you this much money. It's a lot of backstabbing and a lot of double talking. It really is, and it's sad. if you're really interested in the field, be careful of the politics. And that's my short little rant. Let's get back to audio. Sorry about that, guys. But it hits a nerve for me. Zacula, what's the name of the Navy base? And here's the downside. Abandoned doesn't mean unowned. You got to make the right calls and get in legally. You got to go through government channels, even on abandoned bases. And I could probably still do it. Like, I'll ask, are any of you guys out there a fan of Ghost Adventures? And if you are, fine. If not, I don't judge on this one. Footsteps, one of us. They paid $25,000 to rent out the Goldfield Hotel for 1 week after they were banned from it. Money talks. Welcome to the field. I'm going to write that down. All right, I'll look into it. Sorry guys, my pop filter's slipping. There we go. Much better. A lot of homeless. Same with, I've been trying to get into Linda Vista Hospital in Los Angeles. A former teammate of mine, when I was with Sin City Paranormal, was a cop in LA for years. Linda Vista is in a very ghetto area. There's no other kind way to put it. If you want to go investigate, you literally have to pay for the police to patrol the hospital. Beforehand, they go in there and make sure the hospital is empty. So the homeless, gangs, whatever, aren't in there. And the stories I have heard coming out of Linda Vista from that officer, dude, it'll make your skin crawl. He responded to a call there one night, had to patrol the property, went down into the basement, ended up emptying his clip, completely unloaded every bullet from his gun, to find out nobody was there. Think about that. What in LA isn't ghetto? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. and they are so distant. Fucking Vegas is turning into that. You go into multi-million-dollar neighborhoods. And you hear gunshots. I live in an old neighborhood. I hear gunshots all the time. I remember one night I was on air. We had a gunfight like half a block away. I left the show running, grabbed my freaking 40, and I went to see what was going on. What kind of redneck shit is that? You hear a gunfight, so you go grab your pistol and you take off to see what's going on. It's like, guys, I even Corky remembers. I said, guys, I'll be right back. I freaking locked and loaded and walked outside. It's like, what the fuck? That's me, not an EVP. This is Herschel? That's Echo. Yeah, I've ran out a few people from this neighborhood. They're causing trouble. I go out locked and loaded. That's a child's voice. That's a freaking child's voice. I don't know how much I can clean this up. Come here for a minute. I don't think so, Moose. That's not even close to what I'm hearing. Not saying you're wrong. That's not what I'm hearing. Echo. It's Echo. You hear the slap, then you hear the resonation down the hallway. It's going off the steel, not the concrete. So unfortunately, Yeah, unfortunately, I had to clean it up to get to that point. Because to me, it sounds like I'm just a kid. It sounds like I'm just a kid. But that goes back to when I say that, because it sounded like that. We've got stuff close to that before. Before Nevada State Prison was officially built, Warm Springs Hotel was on the grounds of where the prison is, was destroyed by a fire. They know a child died there. They don't know if it was a boy or a girl, and they're not sure the name. We think it's a boy, and the name is Sebastian, because we've got the name Sebastian on EVPs before, and it sounded very close to that. That's the only reason I went down that bunny trail, is it sounded a lot like a child. So that's the reason I said it sounded like a child. Kind of sounded like what we think was Sebastian, who died in a fire or a carriage accident, Warm Springs Hotel, pre 1862. And that's the thing, there's no official records of death at the hotel. That's 100% me. That's Chris. Chris is one of the docents. And again, for those who don't know, this is the grounds of Nevada State Prison. Most of you have seen this before, but this is what we've investigated. Everything you see here, all the way up top, we have investigated. But this last year, September 12th and 13th, we only investigated the main building and culinary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6, including the courthouse. Everything else up top was shut down to us. Yeah, Corgi. Everybody now is like, everybody thinks they're a ghost hunter. They think they're going to be the next big internet star. No. And I got problems with it. I really do. The chances of making it in this field are almost none. Unless you sell out. Yeah. And I've said this time and time again, guys. I will never sell out at all. We've investigated or analyzed on here thousands of hours of audio. A lot of it, we've gone shows. We've gone weeks without so much as one EVP. I remember we went like, I think 12 or 13 shows without any evidence. And it becomes disheartening. It does. But it's remaining true to yourself. And like I said, I've been approached by TV shows. And my first words out of my mouth are, if you expect me to fake it, turn your ass around and walk away. You're either going to get real or not at all. And they're like, well, thank you for your time. It's like, fuck you. You're hurting the field is what you're doing. Well, sure, we need ratings. No, it's not about ratings. People want to learn. People want to understand it. Show them the real side. Show them the ups and the downs. The downs is you're going to go a long time without evidence. My longest without one piece of evidence was 7 months. Actually, it was a little over 7 months. Over 100 investigations. Nothing. You talk about hurting. It's like, do you want to quit the field? It's like, no. I'm just in a dry spell. Spirits don't want to talk to me right now. They'll come around. Then you go out on the very next investigation, and you get more evidence than you can count. It's just like, okay, and last year, Nevada State Prison was a dry spell. We averaged 450 EVPs in 3 investigations. Last year, we had 145. Hit and miss. Yeah, Moose. 100%, bud. 100%. If we could keep what we have right now, 10 viewers, 12 viewers, 15 viewers, 20, I'd be happy. I would be very happy. I don't want a massive community. Some of these streamers, thousands of viewers. I like it close and personal. I want to be able to interact with all my viewers. I want a close-knit community. It's not about viewers. I hate saying it like that. It's about people who want the truth. It's about people who understand or want to understand. Oh yeah, Korg, I know. If I did, that's Abby. If I did live investigations, I'd probably have 10,000 viewers. But I couldn't interact.
I want my duck!
All right, Moose. I'm just gonna stick Jack on him. Yeah, we're not Moose. Oh, okay, Ducky. Same. I'm gonna stick Jack on him. How you doing, Ducky? It's been a while. No duck for you. You didn't do it. Oops. Famous last words. Oops. Still, I think the best question I've ever had was the guys I grew up with. When they found out, I'm a paranormal investigator, ghost hunter. What type of gun do you use for that? Really? Oh, Ducky, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Prayers going out to you and the family. I don't use a gun, but I use all this. There's my hunting equipment. Ducky, totally understandable, man. You've got a community here if you need to just get away. Get your mind off everything, just hang out and bullshit. You know you're always welcome here. You're always appreciated here. So, it's this. I understand what you're going through. And this is not just for paranormal, analyzing. We're close here. It's a couple of these guys I've known for 7, 8 years now. Maybe a little bit longer. This community is always open. So don't ever hesitate. Yeah, that's Abby. Lost dad, then grandpa. Oh. Ducky, I'm sorry, man. That's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Regardless, it's still family. Ducky, I understand what you're going through, man. This year will be 8 years. I lost my dad just before Christmas. So, at this point, it was like Christmas and December can go to hell. I know that's heartless saying that, but I feel you, man. December for me is a rough month. I understand what you're feeling. I had Facebook memories pop up yesterday when my dad was diagnosed with leukemia, and he made it 2 months before he passed away. So okay, this is an execution viewing. It sounds like they're down in women's, which means we're not going to get anything. What'd that say? That's me. When I heard Eddie, I'm like, wait, what? So that's me actually telling Abby and her husband, only addressing him as Eddie or Ed. Do not use the other word. For those here for the first time who haven't been in on the raid, Eddie Cole, his real name's Carol. His mother gave him a girl's name, so Carol Edward Cole. He grew up, he committed his first murder at like 8 years old. Grew up despising women because his mother would cheat on his father when he would be deployed or out of town, whatever. And she would take him along on the escapades, dress him up like a girl, and threaten to beat him if he told, his father. So he grew up an alcoholic and murdered women. He murdered loose women. So because he was bullied his entire life being called Carol, if you go in there and investigate and call him Carol, you're going to have a bad time. One of the other teams last year, one of the younger guys on the other team went back in to the execution viewing. Hey, Carol, show us you're here, Carol. Hey, Carol, it's like every other word. And I had a recorder in the area. I was completely oblivious to this until I analyzed it. He came back down into the office and had handprints on his neck. He's like, I just got strangled. It's really sad what happened to him. What happened to Eddie? Yeah. So, of course, I go back up there with another team member. It's like, Eddie, why are you doing this to my friends? I asked you to show them kindness. And they wouldn't tell me that he was provoking until later. We were in there about 45 minutes with another team, of one of their other team members. And she's like, yeah, he was calling him Carol. I'm like, wait, what? You did what? What did I tell you guys before you came up here? Do not call him Carol. I told you, use Eddie or Ed or Mr. Cole. Well, he wanted to see if he could get some evidence. He deserved it. He flat out deserved it. Previous year, yeah. You were there for that, Dads. He had red marks on the side of his neck. And when we analyze it here on the show, I'm hearing, hey, Carol, 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 Carol. I'm going, you get that twitch in the back of your eye. I was livid. It's like, I'm going to continue inviting them because they are friends of mine. But it's going to be like, if you do this again, do not come and get me. I am not going to protect you. I'm not going to save you. I'm not going to find out why you got attacked. You come to me again and say you got strangled, you frickin' deserved it. There are certain rules to follow when you investigate Nevada State Prison. Show respect is number one. Don't show fear. You're in a prison. The spirits will catch up on that. And if you're told to do something, follow it. The docents and veteran investigators of the prison will tell you the do's and don'ts. They did all the don'ts, and that was like their third time there. They went through it and got put through the ringer. The rest of the team, even the previous 2 years when I was there, a couple of the guys got viciously attacked. Different areas of the prison. But they're former police, former guards. So they knew the rules, they knew the risks. They got attacked anyway. Nothing of their doing, they just got attacked because of their previous affiliation. It can be either the funnest place to investigate or one of the worst. It depends on how you treat the spirits there. A cardinal sin to do stuff like that. It is. And let me see if I can find this real quick. Then we're going to probably wrap the show up. This is Eddie Cole. This was taken in 11/14 of 84. Okay. I want you guys to do me a favor here. Burn this image into your brains. If you guys can bring up another screen on your computer, go onto YouTube and type in Carol Cole, Carroll, Nevada State Prison, final interview. Remember this from 1984, and he was executed in 86, I think it was. And look at the change in his face. Look at the age in him. And you'll understand what I'm talking about. How old was... I think he was 46. He was younger than me, I'm almost certain. Let me look this... While I'm talking, I'm going to look this up. Born May 9th, 1938. Died December 6th, 1985. So he was 47 years old. He was 47. He's a year younger than me. Yeah. Let me bring this back up real quick, and I want you guys to see this. Faces, there we go. Okay. If you guys can look at my camera. Look at the difference in less than 2 years. Went from a chunky middle-aged man to a frail middle-aged man. Well, middle-aged, a little younger than middle-aged. So, yeah, guys, life did him dirty, and he fell straight down the rabbit hole. If you do a little bit more research on him, you almost feel sorry for the man. Yeah, watch the interview. Deds, I think you have permission, can you post the link here in chat for everybody before I end the show? I'd really like you guys to see this. It's disturbing. There's only a couple times on this show where I actually feel for the executed. One is Floyd Burton Loveless. He was executed in the gas chamber at 17 years old. There's a book called The Boy Nevada Killed. Yeah, he did murder a deputy sheriff. Guys, there's the link. Thank you, Deds. He wasn't going to get a stay of execution, and you feel for the guy. You feel for the kid. He's the second youngest to ever be executed in the United States. First was a boy in Alabama who was electrocuted at 14 years old. But Floyd Burton Loveless is a heartbreaking story. It really is, how the state should have given him life. Carroll Edward Cole, he turned himself in for murder. He turned himself in seeking help. And the state turned their backs on him. And said, you just got, I forget the medical term for it. It was weird. And then, he kept turning himself in. Guys, I need help. I need help. I have got an urge to kill women. And they're like, oh, just man up, is pretty much what they said. That's not the medical term, of course, but just man up. It's like, he's going to continue doing it. Watch the interview. He feels he needed to die for it to stop. That's depressing. It's heartbreaking. A man who sought help, and the state said, fuck you. Read the files on it, and you guys will understand what I'm saying. And this is another reason about the paranormal. You go down a rabbit hole. I use Nevada State Prison, of the people who were executed. You do research on them, you're going, wow, this really makes you appreciate the history and what led up to it. This is the reason I'm in the paranormal. Not just communicating with the spirits, but the history behind it. And it's got me a few times. And you just got to sit back and realize this is life. And you appreciate your own. You do kind of, I hate saying it like this, but wake up to a brighter day when you see what these people went through. That being said, guys, I'm going to close the show here. We'll be back tomorrow night, about 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to continue analyzing Nevada State Prison, Night 2, Dead's Recorder, in execution viewing. So, guys, I do thank you again. Good night. God bless, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Thanks again.